the last battle, Chapter 8. We are hitting the climax of the Shippuden arc, and this is going to kind of introduce us to Indra and Ashura, who are now playable characters in Storm Connections. Oh, we're just cutting right to this.
そこで忍術の成り立ちに関する知識を得る。忍術、つまり忍衆の始まりに。
I actually did like the Nishu filler arc. I actually did like it.
天才の兄インドラと落ちこぼれの弟アシュラ。インドラは忍衆の優れた使い手であったが。 指導者に選ばれたのはアシュラだった。仲間との絆を大切にするアシュラの生き様に忍衆の未来があると周囲に認められた。
Yeah, no, the two of them went about things in very different ways.
だが、インドラはそれを受け入れることができず、弟に襲撃を仕掛ける。
Does this canonize this? Because I thought Indra Ashura arc was filler.
この俺が力による完全なる秩序を作る。争いのない完全なる世界だ。そのようなこと、もうやめてくれ、兄さん。俺は兄さんと戦いたくない。 俺と戦うだと。お前が俺の
Are you approaching me? Okay, okay, Dio. No, that whole arc was actually very, very great in my opinion. I loved it because it showcased Ashura being able to help other people build the well that they needed to. And I think there was mention from Hagoromo, like, I checked in with the people since you last left, and it was like just night and day of just like oh well, now there's issues, strife has arisen. So yes, while you initially did it, did you build a lasting impact there? Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, that's the whole thing, is that this is brothers throughout time fighting, right? Because their past incarnation was... Oh, I didn't get the secret. Oh, well. Because their past incarnation was, Hashirama and Madara. Sorry, I had the words. So this is just brothers throughout history fighting. His face, what the hell? What are these freeze frames? Yeah, you have the Senju and the Uchiha. Reborn countless times without ever disappearing. And remember, Madara and Hashirama were not the only incarnations aside from Naruto and Sasuke. So hypothetically, we could get a like filler series or another series of a prior incarnation. Hypothetically, it's possible. I think we're skipping a couple steps here. No, it's about right. This is a very fast track way of getting on point. Nah, people like to cite Indra and Ashura as filler, though. And, like, Hagoromo fighting off... Hagoromo and Hamura fighting off Kaguya with the giant Susanoo is technically still filler. So people just get weird with how they classify things. Fully resurrected Madara critically wounded Sasuke, causing him to slip into a coma. Sasuke then met the sage of 6 paths in the world. Mind just like Naruto. Naruto's the reincarnation of Ashura, as Sasuke is the reincarnation of Indra. And this is where people did take issues with the narrative. The Sage of Six Paths said that once entrusted everything to his younger son Ashura and wasn't able to give anything to his older son Indra, which led to great calamity. He then decided that as his son's reincarnations, it was up to Naruto and Sasuke to determine what becomes the future. Receiving power from the Sage of Six Paths, Sasuke awakened and rushed to Naruto's location. I don't take issue with it because just because they're reincarnations of Indra and Ashura does not mean that they were guaranteed success. They still had to work for it. They still had to learn the tools that they were given. They may have been strung along to a specific fate, facing off against each other time and time again. However, I don't necessarily take narrative issue with it. Right, because Madara gets to feel those. Wait. No. No. We didn't skip that fight. No, there's no fucking way. Oh, I have a message. Give me a second. I got a message from my buddy. That's bad. There's no way we missed that fight. There's no fucking way. They skipped the guy fight. Like, there's nothing. They skipped the guy fight. I need a second. Like, I'm actually a little furious because of that. That was one of the best fights in the series. And had a lot of heart and soul behind. They just cut it. It's not there. I had to think about the progression. Yeah, because Naruto and Sasuke fall into a coma, and Kakashi's already back. They didn't explain Kakashi coming back. You're kidding me. Yeah. And then because Naruto gets amped and comes back and does Jesus Naruto stuff to prevent Guy from dying from the 8 gates. You are kidding me with that. Like, that is one of those omissions that I will absolutely dock this game on. Like, okay, there's been some there's been some nitpicks, right? There's been some okay, Kip, like, really, like, they could have omitted that. Or, I think you're digging a little too deep into this. I 100% admit that. And while I've had pain points, like, most of those have been minor, I would argue, right? The whole Nagato one and stuff like that. I do still think some of them are pretty serious. I think Danzo's cutscene is just completely different. That was, yes, genuinely one of the best fights of the entire series. And showcases that even somebody as meme as Guy, even somebody who can only specialize in one thing, can almost kill an almost full power Madara. That's also part of why he had to, because Naruto and Sasuke were about to just, run circles. Well, Naruto was about to run circles around this man. And so he had to take in the Divine Tree, especially after his fight with Guy. Oh my god, that is a glaring omission, and that is definitely tanking my opinion of the game. I just needed to take a second on that. That is bad. Naruto and Neji, but unlike Neji, Madara chooses to remain in his ways. I have to think about that for a little bit. hard work and you too can exactly. No, it nullifies hard work, I would argue. It's like Guy had his fucking the amount of hype that I had for Guy is not to be understated. Like oh yeah, no, I'm like, oh yeah, I like Guy throughout the years, but until that fight, I didn't really like Guy. I didn't really get Guy until that point. That was such a good fight that we just miss. We're not given that fight. But no, it's all about the Naruto and Sasuke show. Once again, like, it feels like there is just a mass misunderstanding with going back to the Code Geass argument, right? Is it Code Geass without Lelouch? Yes. Why? Because Code Geass had an amazing supporting cast of characters. We had C2, we had V2, we had Suzaku Kurorugi, we had General Todo, right? We had Millie Ashford, we had, for all intents and purposes, Rivals, we had Colin Kozuki / Colin Stotfield, we had the Knights of the Round, we had Gina, we had, I can go, Lloyd, I love that man. I could go on and on. This is kind of a bullshit ass pull that I didn't like. This is why one of the reasons I call him Deus Ex Madara. Like, the supporting cast being omitted makes this less of a story. You can still throw in supporting cast and have a great story. Give us the one Guy fight, right? Oh my god. And making girl Madara far for. Yeah, I could see that. I'm kind of in shock, actually. What a weird hand slap. That was a weirdly, like, moist and crisp hand slap. In the fight we never actually got. There is argument that it's a shitpost argument. People have made argument that Sasuke didn't actually save it. It's part of his Infinite Tsukiyomi. Madara, in fact, won here. I don't know how much stock I put into that, but I could have a discussion on it. Because it does feel kind of campy how Madara suddenly gets zapped by Black Zetsu, who some people say might potentially be a karma if you've seen Boruto, which is interesting to consider. This is actually a story plot point I will cite, and why you can't necessarily trade one villain for another. I'd have to see what movie. Right, yeah, Road to Ninja is canon. I did like Road to Ninja. It was a good movie. I don't know. I'd actually really like to see Kaguya versus, like, Jigen. What was it, Ishiki? Which technically, I mean, we can get in this game, technically. Like, there's got to be DLC for this game. There's got to be DLC characters inbound. I don't know who they're going to be. A long time ago, Mukashi. Kaguya Satsuki came into the ninja world from somewhere unknown. She partook of the chakra of the divine tree, using the power gleaned from this to end chaos throughout the world. Feared and worshipped by the people, Kaguya would later give birth to 2 sons. We don't need to go into whatever his name was at the time. Like, that's just needless for this game. Names are Hagoromo and Hammer, both from the chakra inside them. Hagoromo would be later on stage 6 paths. But Kaguya's covetous obsession with acquiring more power drove her to fuse with the divine tree in an attempt to take back chakra dispersed amongst her own children. Attacking their sons, her own sons, as the Ten Tails, an incarnation of the divine tree, only brought ruin upon thyself. Fucking exactly. Fucking space. Going insane. Oh, what's happening? Since I feel that. Yeah, that's I feel that. His last battle with her sons was just before being sealed away. She birthed Black Zetsu as an extension of her will. Black Zetsu was a child of Kaguya and not a physical manifestation of her mother's will. It then set out to revive her. Was a child of Kaguya and the physical manifestation of her will. Right, I guess technically by definition child, yeah. Black Zetsu incited Indra to anger when he was overlooked as the successor of Ninshu. It also manipulated the sense of inferiority and desire for revenge held by Indra's descendants. Ashura and the Senju clan, Indra and the Uchiha clan. Black Zetsu orchestrated a history of war between these clans and latched onto Indra's reincarnation, Madara. By cleverly manipulating Madara and diverting an enormous amount of chakra collected from ninjas by using the Fuzukumi, he ultimately freed Kaguya from the seal. Homage to the little origin of man in Japanese myth. On the other hand, I do wish they made more didn't just... Yeah, she's back in the alien. Yeah, that one gets a little interesting. I don't know. I'd have to think about why Kaguya was a plot point to begin with, honestly.
まだの日じゃない。こんな奴がいるとはな。
Next year, but I need to get good. Yes, getting good is getting good is generally how it works. Are we gonna see that? We don't even get to see the jutsu, do we? We skipped over reverse harem jutsu. We skipped over reverse harem jutsu. We completely skipped it over. No way. No shot. Oh.
全てのチャクラはわらわのもの。もう一度チャクラを一つにする。
Only buy for the multiplayer. Wow. No, yeah. Well, and we see a bunch of Japanese mythos influence, like fucking Amaterasu, Izanami, Amaterasu, Susanoo, Tsukuyomi. I mean, we see a bunch of this. I mean, the whole thing is like Naruto, #1 most unpredictable ninja, literally stuns, like actually drops stun status on Kaguya Otsutsuki because she was not expecting the reverse harem jutsu. She was not expecting. She's not expecting it. And like that was the whole thing behind it, is the thing, right? That's the whole thing. #1 most unpredictable ninja, able to stun gods with reverse harem jutsu. I don't know how I feel about this ultimate in the cutscene, or in this, like, no, like I've studied a bit of Japanese mythos, like I get it. Yeah, the Saninar, the three-way deadlock is, yeah, I get, no, like that did not escape me. Yeah, no, they missed that. I'm actually upset. That ultimate didn't fit there. They should have restricted ultimates for this. As it turns out, restricting certain gameplay features can, in fact, enhance gameplay in certain aspects. Yeah, give someone a fuck off broken jutsu. That's fine. Just restrict it during story mode like this, or until the right moment. I do like the summoning seals in this. They're very, very, very intricate. They're very aesthetic. This is a powerful scene too, and one that I think they had to omit, but I'm glad they included that still. because that goes into, you know, Naruto Sasuke. He stops Sasuke from going to kill Madara, and it's here. Let your predecessors finish their conversation, and then they talk about drinking as war buddies after everything, and then Madara and Hashirama pass on. Yeah, quick fight then slideshow, right? Can you imagine if this is Dawn Trail? Can you imagine if in Dawn Trail we just got VN cutscenes? Oh god, I would. Part of me would kind of love it, low key. We're gonna redo. Here's the video idea, right? We're gonna redo the Ultima weapon fight with La Habrea, and we're just gonna take stills. We'll keep the voice lines, but we'll only take screenshots. I'm actually gonna piss off the 14 community doing this. You know, I'm gonna gaslight everybody. Oh, I gotta go get that audio now. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. No, this is a good finale. This is a good finale for a lot of plot points and stuff, and I liked it. And they are treating this part with respect. Screenshots to choose from. I gotta go. I'm gonna go run through and get the audio, and we'll have to compare screenshots. God, it's gonna be funny. I'll talk about it when we start 14 later. And this is where Sasuke's true ideology shows. This is where his true goals and his true aim show. Revolution. The answer is revolution. Like, I feel I would have a good eye for picking scenes, actually, to do. Like, as long as I have the source material or game, I feel I could probably pick some really good screenshots to do VN, like, edits. I could probably do that. That'd be fun. I might do that as a shitpost. It's gonna be a two-parter. How big is this fight gonna be? Sasuke declared that he would execute the 5 Kage, bind the tailed beasts with the Genjutsu, and capture them with planetary devastation. He claimed he would destroy what the Kage had built up till now and rebuild the village, free it from darkness. What I'm calling for, what I'm bringing forth is revolution. Sasuke wanted to create a ninja world while Naruto wanted to save it. For Naruto to put an end to this long, drawn-out, fraternal strife, he had to go with Sasuke to Final Valley. Yeah, that was it. It's probably going to be a beat for beat of Storm 4, if I had to guess. It's probably just going to be the same fight. Why the Tailed Beast? Because the Tailed Beasts, our effect could be used as assets or weapons against him. And then he holds all the cards. There are no Kage, there is no leadership. And he holds the real wild cards, being the Tailed Beast, in his grasp indefinitely. He also mentions that reincarnation, immortality. These are not options that are out of reach for him now. So he will bear all of the hatred for eternity to give other people a life that he deems is relevant. The road to hell is paved with good intentions kind of thing. That and a good action forced upon another person is no different than an evil action. And I think that's a thing that, like, society doesn't quite get. As someone in SCA, as somebody that has had some really good friends, sometimes you just need to punch your friends. This is why we have armor. Sometimes you just need to hit each other with sticks. Sometimes they get into a funk. Sometimes you just have to brawl it out, and then you're fine. The silence in the if you haven't seen the anime version of this, do yourself a favor. There is silence at portions of the fight which amplify. It is perfect. It is very well done. Yeah, it's beat for beat Storm 4. Well, the intent's not to kill the other person. The intent's just to knock some sense into them. Yeah, this one was a hard one for me to S rank, being completely honest. So I'll do that at some other point. Get out of here. Get out of here with your fucking heavenly hand power. Really? So, because they're being asked. That's exactly. Sometimes you need to fight a friend because they're being an idiot. Other times, and then people in chat may maybe, well, we're gonna retry that from the fucking beginning. That's awful. Other times, sometimes you just need to eat a whole chicken. Like, get a whole rotisserie chicken and just eat the fuck out of it. And then you have a food coma for the next few hours and you're fine. Now again, like, I actually haven't played Kakarot. No, my one sticking, like, I'm glad. So Dragon Ball Z, I know a lot of people play it. Wow, I am dodging right in. His AI is actually tuned really well. No, so Naruto had a TCG, but before that, there used to be the old Dragon Ball TCG, which Naruto, and you could actually use the old Naruto and Dragon Ball card games to fight with each other. They had the same stat lines. I think, yeah. Was this? I can't remember if it or in Pansy was different. However, what I'm upset that and I'm happy for the Dragon Ball fans, right? I'm very happy that they have another card game. I'm kind of sad that I don't have another Naruto card game after Bandai killed it in 2013. And one of the best anime. Oh, no, it was great. It is a great fight. If you have not seen this fight in anime, do yourself a favor. It is breathtaking. It is amazing. I fucking attempt to grab and somehow dodge over him. I still have 3 or 4 like tournament ready decks. Like, I have my favorite, and I've been debating on doing a shitpost video because how many times have you walked into a video on YouTube, right? Hey guys, this is my my 3rd place Modern Tron deck build for Friday Night Magic. I brought this to a locals and I took 3rd place with it. Today we're gonna start off with 4 copies of Urza's Tower. We're gonna start off with 3 copies. 4 copies. Right, 3 versus 4 playset. I keep forgetting Magic. Today we're starting off with 4 copies of Urza Tower, Urza Power. It's like, okay. I know how deck profiles work. Or like, oh, today we are showcasing my I'm trying to fucking restart. I don't know why I'm coming up negative on that. That's really fucking wild. Today we're going over my my Slife of the Sky Dragon deck, and we were starting with 2 Slife of the Sky Dragons. It's like, okay, like we all know the deck profile formula at this point, right? Like, we all know what it is. So I had a kind of a twist that I was going to do as a shitpost. I'm gonna go through the story. I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on. What the hell? Did they change this segment? They can't have. No, there is. Yeah. Okay, no, there's something that's not right here. Because I used to be able to knock him off the wall super easily. So I'm trying to figure out how what they changed. What do you mean? I subbed out of that. Fuck you. Before they were gone, I never had someone to play with. And that's the biggest thing, is that Naruto nowadays, good luck finding certain cards. Like, there are cards that are just better than others, right? Or even if you want to be like, oh, I want to play Susanoo. Grats, you and every other fire player, because that you run one of that Itachi as a alternate, hey, fuck you, you're not winning this game, right? Like, that Susanoo is easily $200 to $300 depending on the seller. I've sold a Susanoo for $200. It's a collector's market now, is all it is. I want to buy a Mei Terumi, a 5th Mizukage, because I used to own one and ended up trading it away at one point. I would love to get another Mizukage, because her super actually goes hard. Yeah, this is going to take some fucking time that I'm going to have to actually... I also hate playing as fucking 6-pass Naruto. I can't stand it. It's something about his kit just throws me off. You gonna hop up on the wall yet, or are you gonna be weird? No, he's gonna be weird. Thank you. I finally got a grab. Oh, baby jail. Nice. No, I mean, I'll probably do a video at some point on... That's what they fucking changed. This is different. You can't hop up on the wall anymore. Why did they fucking remove that? What a weird feature to remove from the game. Okay, now that I know what I'm fucking doing wrong... Okay, this fight is different. I lost the other cards, yeah. No, I had an entire deck stolen once upon a time. I had an entire backpack stolen of cards locally. And I hated it, because I lost a lot of money with that. I lost a lot of cards. I do have... One of my pride and joys is I got it. It's in damage condition, but I have a German Sage mode. German Naruto Sage mode goes kind of hard. I'll have to show it off on screen. The foiling's actually different, too. Nope, you can't guard it either. They somehow made this sequence actually fucking ass. And that is kind of a feat. Like, this went way harder in Storm 4. If you want to do this fight, do it in Storm 4. Because you could actually fucking hop up on the wall and beat the shit out of Sasuke. But maybe they found it a cheese strat. I don't know. Like, that is a very weird omission from this game that we can't wall run. Yeah, no. Like, yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! In elementary school. I played that shit in high school. We had a TCG club. I headed our TCG club. I actually started and headed our TCG club at my high school. What a weird fucking way to tune the fight. Like, I wasn't crazy. I'm like, there's something about this that's different. And you can't hop up on the wall. Not, at least not that I saw. And one jutsu doesn't seem to be able to knock him out either. I hear the new Digimon game's great. I don't want to get into it. Like, I'm very picky with my time in TCGs. Like, I literally have a branded deck over here that I don't even go to locals with anymore, because locals, most of our shops don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. And, like, I want to sit down and play some Naruto damage or some old L5R damage with people, but, like, those communities have moved on, and rightly so. They should have the ability to move on from a game that, you know, was a good memory for them, but just doesn't serve them any modern purpose. It's not like I even lack the ability to teach Naruto as well. It's just that it just doesn't interest people. What? Is that a bug? Something wasn't right there. Yeah, no, I think Storm 4 is the better buy here, honestly. Like, the fight just feels a lot better. I think it flows a lot better. I would still play Storm 4 because they still have fucking tilts. Anime is where church. Yeah, no, I mean, church. Like, people have always been pretty sus of like Pokemon and stuff. But I mean, like, I don't know. That one's been an uphill argument for a decade at this point. 2 decades at this point. No, I'm not so much. I can't stand standard, and that's why, like, I think because like Magic the Gathering recently was just like, oh well, we're extending our standard block. I think it's like what 2 or 3 years, and I'm just like, what? Like, okay. Most modern Magic the Gathering product, I would argue, goes to EDH/Commander, right? To rate the super. What do you mean, Naruto? What? Like the super rares? There's some really good. The Donzo one has Sharingan foiling. The super rare from set 26 was fucking amazing. I have a card game. Yes, it did. I heard it was very good. I heard that, and oh, there's another one that was really good. Magic is baby's first TCG. Let's be real. You can sit down at a table and teach someone Magic in 15 minutes. Easy. Now, when we start getting to things like banding, when we start getting into other mechanics like that, that's where the game starts to pick up steam. Or, for example, how does Karn Liberated... not Karn Liberated. Yeah, it's Karn Liberated. How does Karn Liberated's plus four his final effect, his Planeswalker effect, affect Planeswalker tokens? The answer is it is the only card in the game that can deal with them. But to your average player, you put land, you tap land, you buy shit. Easy to learn. No, the spellbooks were great. You can tell how much that, even though I love the Naruto story, how much this game has captured my attention at this point. I'm a little disappointed. Yeah, it's easy to learn. It's just difficult to master. Yeah, that's why I play Tron. If I don't have Tower, Power Plant, and Mine on turn 3, I just scoop. It's not worth my time. It's not worth your time. But I also play Modern. I used to have a bunch of Bakugan stuff cards, and even the roll. I lost hundreds, if not maybe thousands, when I threw them all in a dumpster. And I will kicking myself to this day. Like, it's a good story. I will probably play this in Storm 4 if I play this again. Other than S-ranking this for achievement's sake, I will probably play the Storm 4 version of this. I feel the Storm 4 version was better. I'm a little dissuaded by connections right now. The TCG just functions. Pokemon TCG just functions differently. As somebody that was qualified once upon a time to professor for both TCG and VGC, TCG is interesting. I still actually have a bunch of TCG stuff around here from like Sword and Shield era. I still got my Zacian ADP deck.
Naruto. こんなとこで休んでんじゃねえよ。もっとかっこ悪くもがいてみせろ。それが僕たちの知ってる。
Just doesn't quite hit the same. I appreciate this. It just doesn't hit the same. Really? No, I will play the Naruto Storm 4 version. I think that is the superior of the two fights. Yeah, no, like, when did Storm 4 come out? Let me check this really quick. Because this will help prove a running theory I have, actually. Oh, hi, Shinryu. I forgot that Shinryu was on my phone. I was looking at photos of him. I think was it 2017? Wow, 2015. Oh, it has been that long, hasn't it? So here's my theory. Okay, and hear me out. And somebody, if you have ability to comment on this, if you think this tracks, let me know. Games after 2020. Most games, aside from your rare few, like Dead Space Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake, right? Aside from your fair few, most games have felt like rushed products. Most games have felt like they're kind of just jumbled and thrown out the door. I mean, this has been a thing for years, like, don't get me wrong. But there's a distinct feel between a game prior to 2020 and after 2020. Just think on that for a little bit, right? There's a distinct difference in a general sense with games that came out before and after. And I'm still kind of formulating like the reasoning, right? Like I'm still like looking at this. It just feels like there was a lot less effort. And this is not me shitting on the devs by any means. If you're a dev on this, you did an amazing job. Thank you for providing another Naruto experience. Thank you for modernizing this for more modern for audiences, right? Right. Like, even though we have all the Storm games, right? Thank you for modernizing this and also making it a really great multiplayer. This feels like this was rushed. And that really just kind of twists the knife. because I have a special relationship with Naruto and companies that use Naruto, because Bandai killed the Naruto CCG. They said we're just closing up shop back in 2013. Subsequently, the WoW TCG as well got shut up by Blizzard, and then that became Hearthstone, right? I have a long-standing history with Naruto and executive decisions that have led to a detrimental experience to Naruto games that I've played. When in 2016 things started going downhill. I mean, that's just in a generalized sense too. But yeah, this was 2015. So just think on that. Next time you play a modern game, think of an equivalent before 2020 or an equivalent before 2016. Due to the endemic and real world problems. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would think. I think that work issues and stuff like that. I still say that it does come down to a failure management when any of these arise, in all honesty. Just no, I will go play Storm 4 when it comes to this fight. Unless this portion blows me out of the water. I'm very sad. Wow, was Mass Effect Andromeda really 2017? I thought it was 2014. How many? Right, and that's the thing, you know, so here's the thing. I don't have to buy a new game, right? I don't have to fucking buy the new Call of Duty every year. In fact, I regularly choose not to. The only reason I own Modern Warfare 2 is because it was gifted to me by somebody that doesn't even watch me anymore. Which, that's its own situation, you know? Like, I'm glad that they thought that I would enjoy it, but it ended up just being, hey, we went our separate ways, that kind of thing, right? Like, I don't have to keep up. The reason why I bought this, and the story to me is an extra. I will go back and play the other Storm games. The reason why I bought this was for the multiplayer changes. This is me buying into the next multiplayer experience, if you will, right? This is me, you know, whatever updates, whatever tweaks, whatever changes they've made, which they made to like the charge shuriken and stuff, right? That's why I bought into this. The story was just, hey, extra, let's see where this goes. I'm very, very disappointed with how the story was handled, to the point I wish they kind of just admitted it. I wish they kind of just said, yeah, we're not going to do it. Go play the other Storm games. At the very least, it would have been transparent. Like, hey, just go buy the other fucking Storm games. And I argue would have held the integrity intact. Bad rep with marketing. The toys were hard to find, and if you had them, they were funky looking at best. Most of this day will still be hard to find. Game short-lived. Naruto. I mean, to be fair, I still have a hidden mist headband. The hidden village headbands are built way weaker than they used to be. I had it in my pocket. I had rocks in my pocket. That thing is scratched to hell on one side. But you know what? It still fucking functions, and I still have that mist headband. And it's like, yeah, no. I'm the person that will show up to GenCon, or a person that will show up to TwitchCon or whatever. Show up to the TCG room, and I will be playing fucking Naruto. Like, that is something that I will 100% do. Oh, this actually... Notice his health bar isn't going down. Even in Storm 4, if you're fast enough, this dialogue gates super hard. Like, I should have won the fight already, but because he health gates, if you're fast enough, like, you just kind of do that over and over. Just kind of dirtle for a little bit. So you just kind of push him around with Rasengan. When did Anthem launch then? When was Anthem? Was that 2018, right? That had to have been like 2018, 2019. No, it wasn't. No, it was 2018. It had to have been 2019. Really? Okay, I was a year off. All right, flimsy classic compared to the older ones. Right, and I'm about to just go to fucking like Etsy or something. Just like, hey, do you make actual quality steel headbands? Yeah, I'll pay you like 50 plus bucks for that shit. I'll do it. But you aren't in the moment. No, which is why it makes S ranking on this a little strange. While we got Job Corps. That sounds legit, actually. A Simpsons trading card game? It doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a Family Guy game as well, honestly. Off of Etsy. Yeah, I'll probably go to Etsy for my next one. I'll probably end up buying a few because I got some people that I'd give it to a gift as. Yeah, the stars at the bottom when I press buttons, that's a bug. That has to be. Conic now, if you would have gone without a cosplay, your best representation of the village, Sound and Sand bitch myself. Sound is incredibly underrated, which is a damn shame. Like, it's Orochimaru's own village, right? But I mean, like, to be fair, Sani, even in the well, no, the trading card games, Satusa and Sani were two different. Sani was the trading card games rankings were kind of fucked up because it was like, it was obviously no rank. You had Genin, Chunin, and then you had Special Jonin, and then it was Jonin, and then it was Sanin, and then it was Satosa, which Satosa was like Kage, like Pain was Satosa, Minato was like Satosa. But like Sanin and Kage are kind of the same thing. Sanin is a very specific rank bestowed by Hanzo the Salamander on the Orochimaru, almost Kage, Orochimaru, Tsunade, and Jiraiya, right? So that's not exactly an official rank. And Special Jonin is kind of on par to Jonin, but in the TCG, it was its own thing. It was its own thing, and it was actually less than Jonin. Well, I think it was lesser as well. Anbu as well. Anbu was its own rank. It was not a Jonin or Jonin-esque. So I think it was technically, well, it's kind of its own keyword. It was kind of its own rank off to the side, if that makes sense. Like, you had to have Anbu rank as a trait. I'll have to look at the rank structure again for the TCG. Job Corps and Student Training Program. Gotcha, yeah. Games and game decisions the last 5 or 6. Right. And which is why when a game comes out, that blows me away, right? When a game comes out that blows me away, like Resident Evil 4 Remake. I tried going back to Dead Space, right? Tried going back to the Dead Space remake, right, for Spooktober, and I was trying to fucking parry like I was in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Which I'm just like, hold up. Like, the fact that Resident Evil 4 Remake has kind of just cemented my expectations of survival horror, survival action going forward, right, is wild to me. So when a game like that comes out, I want to recognize good games. Because it's so different than just the shit we get shoveled. Like, this game is functional. If you're new to Naruto, I mean, like, it gets you in the door. You're not going to have the whole plot line. You're not going to understand, you know, the further implications of Danzo versus Sasuke. You're not necessarily going to have the full understanding of why is Might Guy important. Why do people scream at me when I say, oh, I don't care about Might Guy. He didn't have any good fights, right? Like, when you don't get explained stuff like that, that is a poor onboarding process, in my opinion. Jonin specializes in a field. Kiba and Boruto... Right, exactly, right? But, like, Special Jonin was a rank in the TCG, and it was a step below Jonin, but it was above Chunin. Like, it was an actual rank you could work into certain things. Watching the fight and the swing set, right? Well, and, like, so here's... So notice how they're kind of limping right now, right? And obviously so, right? Because, like, I mean, they've taken so much damage, but how they're moving slower, how they're actually taking fucking damage. So I kind of had this theory for a while that the reason why people don't really take damage in Naruto, unless it's really big fucked off jutsu like Chidori or like Rasengan, right, is because they're amped via chakra, right? So you have, you know, this where they're actually in the, you know, in the anime, in the manga, right? They're losing teeth. Their bones are probably getting broken, right? They're for all intents and purposes bleeding. They are just beating the crap out of each other, right? You see Naruto has a black eye at this point, right? Like his eye's puffy, right? And they don't have that same finesse of movement. They don't have that same speed tier, if you will, because they're not amped by chakra anymore. And thus they are physical like you, like me sitting here watching this, right? And that kind of justifies a lot in Naruto. Why, oh yeah, someone can just survive a fucking, you know, jutsu to the face and just walk it off, right? Because they're amped by chakra and they're able to have that passive strength and resistance in that, right? Kind of like how A activates his lightning armor and he's impervious to lightning jutsu. Like, that's gonna hurt him. Like, that hurts. I mean, even while chakra amp, that hurt. But they're feeling it a lot more now because they're effectively mortal. Else, while developing this, it's entirely possible, or this was seen as a means to an end to start developing more Boruto Storm games, which I'd be on board for if they do them correctly. This is Sasuke straining out every last bit of energy he has right now. I wouldn't surprise me if that's actually started to cut his lifespan a little short. It's not necessarily it's a magical shield. It's that instead of being able to punch, you know, you punch a 2x4 and you hurt your hand, you can punch a 2x4 and crack the 2x4. It's that it amps you. This is still great. I still like this sequence. This was a very good sequence back in Storm 4. I still remember that there were two Final Valley characters in the Naruto Blazing gacha game. I can't access my account anymore because I don't have the phone and the servers are shut down. I would love to play that game again. It's the Rasengan that blows their arms off. What? That's a bug. What a way to kill the fucking mood. What a way to just absolutely kill it with that. Whatever that screen was. Wow. I don't even know how to handle that right now. I'm a little salty, not gonna lie. That killed the immersion. Oh, is there a fan game for Blazing? If so, someone send that to me via Discord because I've wanted to play that. Because some of the the units and gameplay were actually fairly interesting. Or send me the video on it. Mysterious black liquid everyone seems to be leaking. They picked some of the worst stills for this. Are they going to show it? I'm not going to show it, are they? They probably got pushed back. I will be surprised if they show it. No, the goggles were great. Yep, they didn't show it. It's implied, but they didn't show it. Are they going to show it in this one? Because they kind of showed it in Storm 4. Nope, they didn't. They probably got backflash on Storm 4, even though they censored it. I do like that art. That arc is really beautiful. No, so there's a reason. So what I'm referring to is the fact that they blew each other's arms off. Naruto's right arm and Sasuke's left arm, each of their dominant arms, were blown off in that exchange, which technically Sasuke's Chidori would have pierced the Rasengan, causing the Rasengan to explode. Thus, Naruto was the one that actually had the juice that, you know, they blew their arms off. So in Storm 4, yes, there was mysterious black liquid, but you could still see their arms. And in fact, in-game, you can still kind of see, like, Naruto and Sasuke specifically in his model, he still has both his arms. But the way I understand it is it's kind of like how Left 4 Dead 2 is censored in Germany, how the cover art in Germany is different. It's not the hand with the missing thumb or the missing fingers, right? It's something else. I'd have to look it up specifically. So as far as I'm aware, that is actual censorship to attain a specific rating. So I thought Storm 4 was still kind of wonky because it's like, well, they just have burnt arms now, like just black arms now. But the fact that they didn't even show it this time, they might have actually gotten some complaints. And complaints, I don't know from who. To be fair, like, remember, we got parents being like, you know, why do we have such content on Twitch? And it's like, well, first the fuck off. Like, are you logged in to see that stuff? I don't know. Like, I'm so sick of, like, getting everything homogenized, if that makes sense. Like, Naruto, yes, while it's geared towards a more mature audience, a younger audience can watch it. And the name of the game, especially in YouTube and in marketing and anything, is going to be to gear it towards kids. I don't care. If you're a minor, please just come back when you're 18. I don't want to deal with that. I really don't. I don't know. They probably took it down. They probably had to cease and desist it, if I'm being completely honest. All right, let's see how many are edgy. That's a pretty less edgy total. About a third. It's not bad. All right, well, that concludes that. Oh, cutscene. Yeah, generally, if you have missing limbs or anything like that, any deformities, censorship likes to go ham on that. Hi, Jiraiya.
歴史を紡いだ者にこそ分かることがある。黎明に始まり、過去をつなぎ、そして現在を作る者がいる。すなわち、忍びの歴史とは、かの者を核とした物語とも言えよう。
I want this to be canon. I just want Jiraiya and Hagoromo just chilling out being bros. Jiraiya will be explaining what his books are, what Make Out Paradise and Tactics is. Hagoromo, intrigued. Uzumaki Naruto. Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yes, I read the hiragana and the katakana there. The kanji was the one I was a little confused on. What a weird game. Like, okay. If you're a new Naruto fan, if you're a new Naruto player, do yourself a favor. Read through the source material, the manga, or watch the anime. The manga is going to be, honestly, the quicker way to get through it, I would argue. 700 chapters. And even then, I haven't finished all the chapters or all the episodes. I know what happens because I've sat in high school during a remedial period that I did not need and just read Naruto and L5R wikis all day. I know what happens. This was a weirdly modern take on a franchise that I absolutely love. And honestly, it kind of hurts just to see something that was just so transformative in my life and so important. Things that a series I have spent many, many hours in. I've played the Naruto CCG. I've 100%ed some of the 360 games. I have theory crafted this into the ground with people. What a weird way to just railroad you through the entire series and drop really important plot points. I don't know. Like, I'm a little disheartened by this, actually. like, just even one example, right? Like, we missed the guy. You could argue me and Donzo as being pedantic, right? I love that Samurai Bridge fight. But that's fine. If you're like, you're looking too deep into this, I'll accept that. I think I have, valid case there, but I understand if you think I'm being a little nitpicky. Completely missing over Guy versus Madara just hurt. Completely missing over Guy and Madara just was an absolute disservice to people in this game. And Guy didn't get a lot of screen time, I get it, but that was a huge plot point. That was huge, because you didn't have to be some six-path augmented god. You didn't have to be predestined by fate. You didn't have to have several different forms. You could just be some guy who specialized in hitting things really hard and giving it his all, being willing to die for what he did, to give it his all, and still almost kill the main threat. Like, that hurt. And then you have the complete just glossing over of... Well, and that explains why Guy's in a wheelchair in Boruto. This completely misses over the fact that Naruto got a good hit off on Kaguya with the reverse harem jutsu. People, it's funny, it's whimsical Naruto. No, like, it was more than that. It was that he wasn't your average shinobi. He was your most #1 unpredictable knucklehead. And he went toe-to-toe with the progenitor of chakra in the Naruto world, with Kaguya, right? Obviously, the Otsutsuki go into different things in Boruto. This hurt. This hurt. Like, I will go and play the old Naruto Storm games. And I recommend, if anybody wants to go through these, go play the original Naruto Storm games. Watch the anime. Read the manga. This was another proverbial slap in the face. To me specifically, but remember, I also have history where in 2013, Bandai just one day said, yeah, we're done with the Naruto CCG. It's dead now. It's done. And I still haven't really gotten over it. I still have my decks around. I still have Pain ready to go. I still got my own fire, water, lightning mix ready to go. It's my own custom homebrew I've used for years. Uchiha deck with Uchiha clan. Earth, water, unironically, because Kabuto can do some strange things. Set 27 Kabuto. So to still be off that, and to just get another thing that feels like it just trods on my love of this series, just really fucking hurts, if that makes sense. This will be someone's game. And honestly, this thing, the multiplayer is fine. The multiplayer is great even, right? Kashin Koji feels amazing to play. His grab is legit. I've played a bunch of him. And I do like some of the changes they made. I do like the fact that your charged shuriken is now just another jutsu. It makes characters feel more fluid. It makes them feel like they have more to offer. It makes it feel like they're actually the characters rather than just, oh, you have a Fuma wind shuriken. Oh, you just have kunai. Oh, you just have, charged shuriken that you just throw en masse at somebody, right? It's more than that. I do miss the tilts. I think that does lead to a lower skill ceiling. And I think that the tilts could be back. So, for example, Minato could have his Flying Raijin level 2 as his charged shuriken, his Rasengan as his main shuriken. Well, you could have his main shuriken as his jutsu, his charged jutsu be his Flying Raijin level 2. You could have his charged shuriken, maybe be a teleportation if it hits, right? And then you could still have your tilt as, I'm going to mark that. Maybe one could argue it's redundant, right? But, the point remains, I feel that I do miss the tilts in this. I don't remember jutsu, specific assist jutsu having specific things where if you're moving versus not moving, but that could, I could just be missing that from Storm 4. It's okay. And I hate that I have to say that this game is just okay. If you're going to buy it on sale. If you're going to buy it for the multiplayer. I think it's going to be great, but I have other ways to enjoy Naruto. I don't like giving numerical scores. I think we get lost in the weeds and people will see a number. Continuation like the Phantom World and its ephemeral trail. I don't like. like, I'm more akin to the old completionist model of, like, you know, burn it, don't buy it on sale, buy it when it comes out, absolutely have to play it, that kind of. I'm more akin to a scale like that. If it's on sale, buy it. If you like Naruto, if you want to play some cool characters, that's fine. Like, that's perfectly fine. However, this, and we still have the special story, but honestly, I'm a little disillusioned from that. If you want to see the special story, let me know in the comment section of this, because I think that, you know, it has some merit, but I don't know. In regard to kind of showcasing a little bit of the game, because, you know, yeah, we have some cool characters. Koji Kashin goes hard for all intents and purposes. So, you know, let's give one round of it to kind of see it off, I guess. And we'll go from there. We'll see how this goes. I'm a little disillusioned by this, and I will say, if you this is getting copyrighted. Hold up. You know what? We're not gonna do that, actually, because that will get copyrighted. I have proven that. I thought I turned those off, which that in itself could be a critique, because I'm 99% sure that I turned that off. But you know what? We'll see. And in worst case scenario, I'll mute it if it comes out. So, well, that ruined that. Anyways, yeah, game feels great. Game feels neat to play. I think there's been some improvements to the Storm formula. However, this unfortunately feels a little rushed, and I think you could easily wait till sale. But let me know in the comments section. Let me know what you think. All that fun stuff. If you want the Boruto story, if you don't want the Boruto story, I mean, let me know what you thought of this as well on this journey. Let me know what your favorite Naruto memory was, and if you played the CCG, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say set 26 Donzo with the Sharingan foiling on the super rare went super hard. I'll catch you all in the next one.